Hey guys, welcome back. So we are back in Apple Valley, and we have it's always cool watching those trucks dump. We have a issue over here. This is a jaw crusher, and you can see that is not good. Both sides are like that. So we're gonna cut it apart. We're gonna pull these side pieces off here. We're gonna cut it apart and weld some new plates in there. Get it all fixed up. Everywhere I look, there's an issue. Crack right there, missing bolts. All right, we're gonna get the crane set up on there and start unbolting that and get it off. If there's a storm coming in, I don't know what the rain's gonna be like. It's gonna be interesting. So let's get to work. Here's a view from the other side. So upon further investigation, we had to pull the catwalk off the top, and we have to pull this entire guard off because we can't get to the last bolt, which is right behind there. We have to pull it off anyways so we can get some good welds on our new material that we're gonna put in there. So it's just kind of a pull everything off just to get to where you need to get to. And of course, it is now raining as well. All right, we got this cover off. Look how big that gear is. I just find stuff like that really fascinating, like the amount of effort that went into that, like the machine work and everything. The big old gear with those giant belts on it. Especially like the old school like steam engine stuff. I just find that stuff like super fascinating. And respect for the old timers for being able to make all that stuff manually. So we should be able to just get these. There's one last panel behind that right there, and I think that might give us just enough room to get in there and do what we need to do, because I'm not taking that gear off. That's going to get way too involved. So hopefully we'll get that panel off, and then should give us enough room. We'll know here in a minute. So that big gear is driven by 200 horsepower motor right there. And you can see this is the electrical line that feeds it. It says 460 volts, 230 amps. It's crazy. After much persuasion, we have finally got it free. All right, we're gonna get these pieces out and on the ground. That's 3/8 plate. You can see how this piece, just from rattling, just pulled it right through. And if you're curious how this works, so you've got that big gear that rotates, and you've got this jaw. This is called a jaw crusher. The rocks fall in here, and this thing is just going like this constantly, and the rocks fall in there, and just boom, breaks them up. They fall down there and continue on the process. Okay, let's kind of get some of this stuff cleaned up and get to cutting here. So the plan is to replace this entire piece right here. So this looks like a formed piece of 3/8. We're gonna just put a piece of 1/2 inch right here, tie it all in. All right. May not look like it in the video, but everything is getting really wet. So wet I can't even mark out my steel. So we got a canopy up. So we'll be able to finish these underneath this canopy, but I am not going to plasma gouge or air arc on that while it's wet. I'm not interested in getting shocked and falling off that. So hopefully by the time we get these knocked out, maybe the storm will calm down, and then we could jump on that. If not, maybe we'll have to hit that tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, we got this one flipped over. This is the underneath side. I just wanted to show you we got mill scale kind of prepped off. Got all that cut out. That's how it's gonna sit, just like that. All right, I'm gonna get that squared up, tacked on there in the correct position. I'm gonna start welding what I can here while I'm waiting for Jacob to finish prepping that one. We'll get these welded out. Looks like the storm is kind of just starting to blow over, so should be able to get on that one next. welds. These horrible wire feed welds that are probably going to fail because I didn't stick weld it. Here, we're making pretty good progress here. Jacob's got this one all cleaned up. We've got that one flipped over, ready to weld that side. Jacob has moved on to the machine and he's starting to prep. Cut off all the old pieces of 3/8 plate that was on there. I'm gonna start welding these out. And yeah, we're making pretty good progress here. All right, well, time to weld that out. All right, we got this side welded out. Lovely dual shield welds. All right, all we gotta do is weld this side of that one, and then these are 100% done. Now we focus on that. All right, got that one welded out. Looks like Jacob's almost done cleaning up this side. He'll move to the next side. Then I'll start fitting that plate on there and make sure everything's gonna line up. Lots and lots of measurements just to make sure when we bolt it up there, it'll work. All right, we got this side tacked on. It's starting to get late into the night and we're just trying to get stuff done here. So we got that one tacked on. This one's gonna get ready to go in on that side, the other side. Right now, what we're doing is bolting these to the bottom of it, setting it on there, making sure everything looks straight, and then tacking this on there. So we're gonna tack everything in, and then we're gonna check to see, make sure that back piece lines up, because that's to line up with these holes here on both of these pieces. So once it lines up, both of those, and we know we're good, then we're gonna start welding out the bottom. Okay, so we're up here trying to fit this plate and there's a rock in the way. of course. It's wedged in there good.
Pull that out. I gotta get on top of it.
Okay. Well, what do you know? Everything fit. So we're gonna pull it all apart now, and then the pieces we tacked on there will stay there, and then we will weld those out, paint them, and then reinstall it in the morning. And then we get to put all this stuff back on, fix the handrails, make that a lot more stable. A couple other little things. All right, it's next morning. We're out here late. We got this welded out. It rained last night, so it rusted a little bit. All right, we're just gonna paint. I happened to find one can of paint, so we're just gonna paint this edge right here on both sides and on the other pieces, so that way from the outside it looks good. So we're gonna paint that and then put everything back together. That's all we're gonna do. Compared to everything else here, the area I did will look decent. Stuff like this, you know, it's told to leave it alone. That's all probably stuff they did last minute, you know, heat of the moment. So, all right, we're gonna do the other side and get these on. Okay, we got all three of those pieces in. Got all the bolts tight. I would have preferred nylock or crimp nuts on there, but customer supplied the bolts and this is what we had, so made sure they were extra tight. All right, Jacob's on the other side, tightening those bolts. And then we'll get to deal with this catwalk and all this hand railing. Here's this side, all put back together. All right, now we get to put these back together. They're kind of mangled up a little bit on the top, so it's gonna be fun trying to get those to line back up, but we'll get it. Well, that's it. Got everything on up here. It's all sturdy. Got all the walls done. Everything put back together. All right. Now they can run tomorrow. Today is Sunday, so they'll be able to run tomorrow on Monday. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.